This is Geometry Lesson 10.5. 10.5. First thing you should do is print out the 10.5 formula sheet. It's on the remote learning tile. Print out the 10.5 formula sheet. If you haven't done that already, pause this and go do that. Okay? Okay, what we've got here on the formula sheet, we've got three different formulas. And you go, well, which one do I use? It all depends on what type of lines and line segments you have in the problem. The first one, notice this, we're talking a tangent and a chord. That's what I have on the picture. I have a tangent and a chord. And here's the formula. Notice first of all, where do they intersect, the tangent and the chord? They intersect on the circle, right there. They intersect on the circle. The formula is the angle that is formed is equal to 1/2 of that arc that it opens up to. Hey, same over here. Look at this one. The angle that is formed, is equal to 1/2 of the arc that it opens up to. That's formula one, and that's for a tangent and a chord. Okay, formula two, what do we have? First of all, what type of lines do you see? I see two chords. They're actually line segments. I see two chords. And notice where they intersect. First of all, we've got the two chords. They intersect. Where do those two chords intersect? They intersect inside the circle. See that? They intersect inside the circle. Notice they form an angle here. This angle right here. Angle 1. Well, hey, if that's angle 1, so is that. The vertical angles. Those angles are equal to, look at the formula. The formula says they're equal to 1/2 of the two arcs that they open up to. That angle 1 right there, it's equal to 1/2 times the yellow arc plus the green arc. So you add the yellow arc and green arc together, multiply by 1/2, boom, you're going to get that angle there, angle 1. Now that's for two chords. Now the third formula. The third formula that we're looking at is this. Now this one here is good for a couple different types of pictures. It's good for, first of all, a tangent and a secant. That's like this one right here. That's like this picture right here, a tangent and a secant. Or it's also good for two tangents, like that. Or it's also good for two secants, like that. Okay, notice for all three of those lines intersect outside the circle. For instance, in this one, look at that, they intersect outside the circle. They intersect outside the circle. They intersect outside the circle, and notice angle 1 is formed. For each one of those, look at the formula. Angle 1 equals 1/2 times the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. 1/2 times the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. 1/2 times the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. That's our formula. And again, that's good for a tangent, a secant, two tangents, or two secants. Okay, you got your formula sheet. Let's go do some problems. Here it is. First real problem. What do we have? First of all, What type of lines do we have? Huh? What do you see in that problem there? What type of lines or line segments? I see a tangent and I see a chord. Yeah, we got a tangent right here. There's the tangent. There's the chord. Okay. Where do they meet? They meet on the circle. Oh, hey, I think that's our first formula. Oh, let's go. Yep, there it is. Okay, a tangent and a chord. The formula is that the angle is 1/2 the arc that it opens up to. Let's go see what they want on our problem. Here it is. Hey, find JIH. That's the arc that they want. They want this arc right here. Well, then why don't we get the angle right here? Let's find this angle first. Well, you go, wait a second, these two angles, this one here is 65. Okay, that one's 65. Let's figure out this one. They make a linear pair. Okay, here we go. 180 minus 65. What's that, 115? There it is, 115 degrees. Now, the formula says that the arc is twice as big as that 115. That angle 115 is equal to 1/2 of the arc that it opens up to. So boom, double 115. 115 times 2, what do we get? 230. There it is. Boom. 230 degrees from here to there. That's it. We found the angle. And the angle is equal to 1/2 of the arc that it opens up to, so double it, boom. Again, how did we know which formula to use? Well, because of the lines. We had a tangent and a chord. Boom, there's our answer on that one. 230 degrees. Okay, what do we got? Hey, what do we got here? What type of lines are those, or line segments? Look at your formula sheet. Those are two chords. We got a chord here. We got a chord here. Those are two chords. Okay. Let's see what we got. First of all, what do we want to find? It says angle BAD. That's right there. BAD. Oh my gosh, that's a linear pair. Let's get that real quick. 180 minus 140. Boom, 40 degrees. Let's make that a little smaller pen. Okay, good. There it is, 40 degrees for right there. Hey, if that's 40 degrees, that's 40 degrees. Okay. Now, so we got 40 degrees. What else do we want? RQ. Oh, they want this one here. Notice we already have this one here. Those are two chords. Look at your formula sheet. What type of formula are you going to use? Oh, this one right here, number 2, formula number 2. It says the angle that is formed is equal to 1/2 the sum. 1/2 the sum of the two arcs that they open up to. The angle that is formed, that's this one right here. The angle that is formed is equal to the sum. Okay, 1/2 the sum of the two arcs. 1/2 times the sum of the two arcs. Let's go use that right here. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, good. Let's do it. Let's find that yellow arc. Okay, here's the formula I'm going to use. Hey, the angle that is formed, 40 degrees, is equal to 1/2 the sum of the green and the yellow. Okay, the green one is 44 degrees plus, I don't know the yellow, I'm going to call it RQ. Okay, there it is. Let's solve for RQ. Well, what are you going to do first? Algebra now, it's really algebra. Oh, I'm going to multiply by 2. Those cancel, got to multiply by 2 over here. Here's what I get. I get 80 equals 44 plus RQ. What do I do now? Yeah, it's just minus a 44. Minus a 44. 36 equals RQ. Nice. There it is. Put it here. I like to put it on the picture, 36. Okay, the last thing. Look at the last one they want. They want arc, RNB, this one right here. RNB. Well, how do I do that? Well, what do all the arcs add up to? 360. Well, I got 3 of them. I already have 3 of them. Let's go do it right here. There's one that was 36, one that was 80, and one that is 44. Let's add them up. Here we go. 36, 80, and 44. Let's go do that. Here we go. 36, 80, and 44. Boom, there it is. 160. Okay. 160. Oh my gosh, all the arcs add up to 360. So 360 minus 160. Oh, 200 degrees for this guy. This guy right here, 200 degrees. Here to here. That's our third answer. That's arc, RNB. Notice, start at R, go to N, go to B. Yeah, that's it. 200 degrees. Boom, we're done with that. Okay. Okay, hey, that's the end of part 1. We still got some problems to do, so check out part 2 of lesson 10.5.